All right, we are recording. Hey, everybody. It is November 14th. I'm not sure how that happened. How is this year basically over? But we're really excited to have you guys on tonight to kind of meet everybody, see everybody's new faces. So we host these calls. This particular call is obviously just for our new people that we've got that have joined the family. We kind of want to go over just some of the basic stuff for you guys. It's kind of like a group getting started right call, which if you've been in network marketing before, you may have done this with like your upline one-on-one. Well, those can be kind of intimidating. So we like to host group ones as well for everybody. So that's what we're here tonight. We're going to go over some solid information for you guys. We're going to try and keep it quick. But to get started, I am going to share my screen with you guys, and we're going to start literally plain and simple and just go over the back office. This, again, super easy stuff right now, right here, but we do get a lot of questions on the back office. Can you guys see this little thing on the side? You can? Yeah, okay, I need to move this. All right, I'm hiding everybody. Okay, so here is our back office. As you guys can see, there's just a few things that we want to point out to you guys. Obviously, as you log in, you're going to see your stats right in smack dab in front of you. I want to just point out over here that this is going to show your rank, and then this is also going to show your organizational volume. So as you guys can see, I'm very unbalanced. So if you don't know, you now know that you can only take 50% of the volume from one person or from your top earner on your team. So Jenia is underneath me, and Jermaine is underneath her, and basically Megan and an entire crew is underneath Jermaine. So a lot of my volume comes from technically Jenia, who is my personally sponsored. So my organizational volume is going to differ from my rank, but it doesn't mean that I won't catch up or that I'm not going to get paid on the total organizational volume. You are always going to get paid on your total organizational volume. So that's what this is right here. So that's everything this team so far to date, which is insane, has sold. This is your personal volume. So this number right here is what you have sold this current month. This volume is obviously this is straightforward. It tells you this is what your qualified PV for monthly commission. This may change as well. We are supposed to be getting more information on our comp plan change in terms of the monthly PV and things like that. So, but that's just the difference. I wanted to point out the difference in rank and organizational volume. It can happen. It's totally normal, but you're still going to get paid on that total organizational volume, regardless of what your rank is. So if you don't know what your websites are, guys, literally you can just come here and it's going to show you what your websites are. Here is, don't forget, if you don't already know, Hemplivate is a separate, you're not going to find it on the Elevacity link. So it is separate. You can go here to click your smart ship. This is my current smart ship that has already gone out. If I wanted to add any new products that I want to keep at the current price before next month, where they raise the prices, I would definitely be sure to add whatever smart chip you want to go out before the 28th of this month. That will lock the current price in for a year. So if you haven't already put your stuff or your coffee or your dose or whatever it is that you've got ordering every single month on auto ship, be sure to put it on auto ship now so that you can keep that price for a year. Okay, so your organization. So here, this organization part, I just want to show you guys this, because this took me a while to kind of figure out. So I want to show you guys this is the quick view, the graph view. Obviously, this is such a pain. Who wants to scroll back and forth. Like that's such a pain. So if you come up here in the left-hand corner, you can click list view, and that's going to show you everybody. So here's Jenia. I can click this little plus sign button, and this is going to show me all of Jenia's people. And then if I wanted to click Jermaine, I could click on, I don't know why it's not letting me right this second. There we go. Here's Jermaine. I could click on that and have her and just keep going and going and going. If I want to see, okay, Jermaine, sorry, I'm totally calling you out, boo. If I want to check out what Jermaine's rank is, like I can click this little button over on the right-hand side, and she's killing it. She's farther in rank than me currently. And just kind of see what everybody is doing. That obviously it tells us the ranks here as well. So this list view is going to be basically your best friend as your business grows. Here's where you come for commissions, guys. This is pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go too much further into it. You've got your weekly commissions. So this is where you're going to see these are all my weekly commissions from before. And then you're also going to have your monthly commissions where you can click here and check out what your monthly ones were as well. Click your details if you want it. Snapshot is pretty awesome. This basically shows you what your volume is, but it also gives you some actual numbers. So this is just for this month, guys. You can change the date up at the top. You can do for an entire year. You can do custom dates. But this is just this month alone. So far, we've brought in 293 customers and 67 new family members just this month in the Dynasty, which is crazy. But these are fun to kind of see if you are going to make posts to talk about your growth. You can look at all of that there. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys, or I got two more things to show you, is business progress here. This is another way to just kind of look at the snapshot of your business. Here are, like, you can see your top 10 on customer enrollers on your team. Same with the Ellepreneur enrollers on your team, which is super cool. It also shows you where the rank is. Obviously, guys, super simple. But I do want to mention, this is the last thing. In order to get, when you're ready to get paid, this is where you are going to go to actually, pay out, is go to this GPG login site, and you're going to get notified when you have money. So don't stress if you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard anything. You will get notified when you have something ready to be transferred. You can either get a card for it, or you can go ahead and just transfer it into your bank and do direct deposit. But that is pretty much it in terms of let me see, how do I get this big again? I'm going to stop share. There we go. That's basically it when it comes to the back office. Pretty simple, but I just wanted to be sure we go through it a little bit, just since we get quite a few questions. But we are also going to talk to you guys. We want to talk to you guys about a few other things. I promise I'm not going to talk your ear off the whole time. So goal setting, guys. Goal setting is so important, especially if you're new. Maybe you're not even new to network marketing. Maybe you're coming from a separate network marketing company. Goal setting is very important. Obviously, there's a lot of reasons why they're important. We're not going to go too far into details there, but we do want to really challenge you guys to share with your upline for accountability on your part what you want your goals to be. Okay, so at the end of the day, what we're trying to say, guys, is this is your business. So you've got to be the ones to stay plugged in. It's not going to be up to your upline to come and say, hey, and of course, I'm more than positive your upline or somebody is going to be asking you how you are, what's going on, how can they help you. But if you're feeling discouraged, you got to realize your upline's not a mind reader, right? We cannot read your mind. So if you're feeling discouraged and you're feeling like something's off, you've got to be sure that you're going to your upline and holding yourself to that accountability, so that we as an upline can help you and guide you, because most likely what you're feeling, we've been through it. And if we haven't been through it, somebody on the team has been through it. But this is your business. We're not your boss. We're not going to be hounding you. We're not going to be, really making you feel discouraged for, you traveling along this journey at your own pace. This is your business, right? That's really the determination. It's not your upline that's going to be determining your success. It's going to be you. So use us, utilize us for support, hold us close to you guys. We are here to guide you. However, that also means to make sure that you're doing your own research as well. So we've got tons and tons of information. You may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed right now, like, oh my gosh, there's so much information. Like, I don't even know where to start. It's totally normal. Don't freak out. Totally normal to feel like that. But at the end of the day, we do have the Dynasty. We've got Team Momentum. We also, if you haven't been added to this yet, ask your upline to add it to you. We also have the Brew. And the Brew is basically a prospecting tool that we use for our customers, but it's also loaded with tons of information, like on the products and stuff. So if you're talking to a prospect and they ask you a question and you don't know the answer to it, like, that's the first place I go and search in the search button, because somebody else most likely has had the same question as me. So be sure that, you're utilizing your upline, but you're also holding yourself to some type of accountability. When it comes to goal setting, when it comes to researching questions, we're here for you. But, right, like, this is still your business. So with that being said, if you're feeling overwhelmed, guys, we are going to help you here. We definitely want you guys to set daily tasks. So this is to help you not feel overwhelmed, because I think, especially in network marketing, we tend to get distracted by all the things that we need to do. And we feel like, I'll never forget when I first started in network marketing. I swear to God, I spent like 6 hours on creating a cover photo. Like, what? Why did I spend 6 hours on creating a cover photo? That is busy work, right? Like, that is not something, that's not an income producing activity. It's not. It's just something I probably thought, it was fun, right, for me to be creative and create a cover photo and, good old fashioned pictures stuck together and things like that. But that's fluff. So setting daily activities that are going to be minor, they're going to feel minuscule. You're going to feel like, oh, wow, I didn't really even do anything. You did do it though. So, for us, for me, it's, sending 10 new messages to new people and asking them, would you be up for trying samples, right? So I find the people that I would love to have on my team and be like, hey, would you be up for trying a sample? That's something I personally do. Listening to personal development, that's another daily task. Reaching out to 5 team members a day. Hey guys, how are you feeling? How can I help you? What's new in your life even? These are things that I do every single day consistently. And even if I don't send 10 messages and I only send 3, that's still okay. I'm still setting these tasks and sitting down to accomplish them every single day. Some may be more than others, but those are the tasks that seem small, that seem minuscule. Those are the things that are really going to catapult your business. Did you post? Did you share something on social media of value? Oh my gosh, the door just opened. It was my dog and it literally just scared the crap out of me. Oh my God. Did you share, something on social media? Did you connect with your team? Like, did you look into the team page today? Like, that's honestly a task that you should be doing. Are you staying connected in the team page, right? So they're going to seem like it didn't work, but if you're doing them every single day, those tiny little actions, they really, really build up into a ton of momentum, especially what we've got right now in the business that we're in with the products that we have. at the floor, at the basement level floor that we're at, you're going to really, really see a ton of momentum if you're consistent. So setting those daily tasks is super, super important. So the next thing also is this is the last thing I'm going to mention, and then I'm going to pass it off to Jermaine, guys. So this is all, I promise, this is the last you'll hear from me. We do want to also suggest to you guys, and I'm going to challenge you guys once we hang up this call. You don't need to do it tonight. Like, I know it's late. I'm probably going to go to bed after this. I'm not even going to lie. But tomorrow, tomorrow, I want you guys to sit down and make a list. So if you're not working from a list right now, lists are going to be your new best friend. So when I say list, you're like, what do you mean a list? Go sit down. You can find some memory joggers. I actually think there's some in the Dynasty. If it's not in the Dynasty, it's in Team Momentum. Come up with a list of, I don't know, what number, let's throw a number out. 50, 5 people. No, let's come up with a list of 50 people that you would want to talk to this person about the business. Okay. So that doesn't mean like, I'm going to just write down Joe Schmo's name because maybe Joe Schmo will buy. Those aren't your people. We want you guys to find your people. So it's almost like a chicken list kind of a thing. And 25 might be good. You might be like, oh my gosh, Kelly, I can't even think past 20. That's okay. The point is you're sitting down and you're starting to brainstorm people who you want to connect with, who you want to share this opportunity with, share the products with, because working from a list is going to be super important. So as people you're going to start creating a lot of curiosity here soon, guys, on your social media. Some of you guys may have been signed up for a few weeks. Some of you guys may have signed up literally yesterday. Maybe you signed up today. So at the end of the day, you're going to start creating a lot of curiosity on your social media. You're going to kind of get a lot of hype because you're going to be like, wow, I got this really awesome coffee, guys. And they're going to be like, what's this coffee? And as they do that, and as they start commenting maybe a little bit more on your things or poking around a little bit more on your things, write their name down, right? So that you can work off that list and go back that they have shown some type of interaction. Is he awake? Crap. Sorry, baby's awake, guys. We had to move. But making a list and working off that list is definitely going to be a huge, huge thing for you. So also, we do offer samples. Jermaine will tell you otherwise. So don't feel like you have to do samples, okay? Because I love samples. They work for me. I currently send out the single packets, so I just buy extra bags of coffee, the $40 bags that come with the 24 sticks in, and I send like 2 of those in a bubble mailer. I literally used to stick them in thank you cards and put like 2 stamps on the thank you card, 3 stamps if they were going far, and stick them in the mail. They're done. Now I actually upgraded to stamps.com. You definitely don't need to do that. But I have found a lot of success in samples. I have them on hand in my purse all the time. And when somebody is skeptical about the product, that's the first thing I do is offer them sample, because hello, what do you guys do? You probably tried the product yourself first. Maybe you're here because you tried a sample. And if you're not here, you're still probably here because the coffee freaking works. Like, it legitimately actually works. So we want to get the product into people's hands so that they can experience why we love it so much too. So, that is what I have to say about samples. Like I said, I would do, and I know you can also do butterfly stamps as well. Like people were putting them in, I would do the bigger thank you cards. I think it's like 4x6 thank you cards. They fit perfectly in there. Literally, I would put 2 in there, and my business card. TheCuriosityMarketer.com also has these great little like information cards you can purchase if you want. They're super cheap. for like 100 of them or something like that. So you can get creative. We also offer shareables, which are literally pre-packaged samples ready to go. All you need to do is stick a stamp on them and write their address on it. Some people put them in an envelope if you want. Super flexible. It's a great way for you to kind of like get creative, I think, about it and kind of find your way. So a lot of people charge for samples as well. So don't feel like you need to just swallow all of that. You can absolutely charge $2 for a sample. A lot of people see success, even if they charge $1, it just kind of holds people accountable. A lot of people do give them away for free as well. So it's totally up to you on the way you want to work your business. But we do encourage at least getting people to try the product as you know, that's probably why you're here. So I'm going to pass this off to Jermaine. She's going to finish up the call. We've got just a few more things to just go over with you guys. Are you unmuted? Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. So this is my favorite call, and every call I say that when I hop on, but it's because there's so many new faces. So welcome to the family. We are happy to have you. I am going to go over a bunch of like posting things, how to run your social media, but I do want to take a step back and talk about the samples because Kelly's right. I was so against it, you guys. Like when Kelly was like, send these samples and people will order. I'm like, no, that's too much work. Like, I don't have patience to do that. I don't want to write people's names and send them stuff for free and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't do it for the longest time. And it worked for me because I already have background in health and fitness. So people trusted my opinion. But so many people kept talking about it. So I'm like, whatever, Kelly, like, let me just try doing this and see how it works. So I posted about, I can't remember the exact words, but basically I posted about, if you haven't tried the coffee, first free cup on me. And I got a few people that wanted to try. And I just sent them like what Kelly said. I said first free cup on me. So I only sent them one. I used thank you cards and like 1 or 2 forever stamps, and I sent it on its way. And from that, I want to say I sent out probably seven single sticks. And from that 7, I got 3 customers. And one of my customers referred 2 of her friends. So it does work, you guys. It does pay off. I realized that people don't value free. So I only did that one time because I felt like when I was following up with them, they didn't try it right away. It's like I had to keep asking them, have you tried it? Have you tried it? Have you tried it? And it was kind of annoying because it was free, right? So I didn't offer any more free, but I did sell some recently. I did 5 for $15. 5 sticks for $15. And the people who paid, they drank it right away. And the people that did try it for $15, they're ready to join the business. So I would say, do not be like me. Do not say, no, I'm never going to do it. Give it a try and see how it works for you. It might not work. It might. So give it a try and see what your flow is because it works for Kelly. There's another girl, Jerry. She has over 100 customers and she does what Kelly does. She gives them 1 free stick and they all order. It doesn't match my market very well. So just go with the flow and see what works for you. So that's enough for the samples. Now I want to talk to you guys about posting on your social media. So how many of you guys are new to network marketing and you don't even use your Facebook? You just use it to watch cat videos and stay connected to your family. Raise your hand so we know who we're talking to because that's okay, you guys. When I first started, that was me. Like I had 200 friends on Facebook and like probably 180 of them didn't like me and 20 of them was my family. It works. It's fine. You will grow. So don't worry about what you currently have. It doesn't matter. We're going to grow from there. So the way you control your social media is kind of your business front, right? So you don't want negativity because you're going to start attracting negative people. And if you start posting negativity on your account, guess what? The people you give those free samples to, they're going to be like, I hate this. It's gross. It tastes like freaking ass. Like you don't want that. So stay away from negativity. So I'm going to give you a few pointers of what you should not do in order to grow your audience and to get people curious on like, what are you doing? What are you drinking? I want it too. So if you want people to reach out to you, follow these simple steps. I don't know about you guys, but I do not like messaging people. How many of you guys feel icky? Like, I got to message somebody that I don't even know them. Like, what am I going to say? That was me, you guys. I did not want to talk to anybody in my inbox, but I do it anyways because we have to. But because I hated that, I have become really good at posting on social media so that I have people coming to me. When they come to you, it's different. You didn't ask them if they want to try, they're asking you. So these are the things that I did to grow my following, to grow my social media, and to get so many people coming out to me all the time. A lot of my team, they came to me asking me for information. So I don't know, I feel like this works. So the number one thing I'm going to tell you, and it's a big no-no, and a lot of people do it, and you may see it and think if they're doing it, I should do it too, but I highly suggest against it. Don't post your company name and don't post the name of your products. Like, don't be posting stock photos of like the Elevate bag. Don't use that. You want to know why? If people can Google what you're doing, they don't need you. Like, they don't need to ask you. They don't need to go to Sheena and be like, I see you're losing weight and you're drinking coffee. What the hell coffee are you using? They don't need to do that because you put all your business out there. They're going to look it up, and stepbrother Google is not your friend. When you look things up, you want to know what's the top of the newsfeed? Normally it's bad things. So they're going to find an article that probably says we kill dolphins to make our coffee or something crazy like that. So don't post your product, your company name, or anything like that. Don't change your name to all of a sudden you join the business and now all of a sudden you're going to be Jermaine the Ellepreneur. That's not your name, guys. Stick to the name that your mama gave you and leave it at that. So don't do that, guys. Please, please, please don't do that. Another thing is, don't post pictures of your product with the label like full blown, because again, they can Google that themselves. They sell our product, unfortunately, on Amazon. It is very, very, very overpriced. But some people don't want to talk to you. They don't care. Now they know what you're using. They're willing to spend $80 to buy what you're using. So don't let them do that. Keep them curious so they come back to you and you know that they're watching you. They may not buy right away. A lot of my people didn't buy right away, but I know that they're watching. So I continue to build relationships with them. Share your story. That's a big thing. When we start network marketing, for some very odd reason, we forget that we're normal human beings and we want to just post every single thing about the business. That's boring, you guys. Like, how many of you guys watch commercials? I do not. Nowadays, in this world, we fast forward that stuff. And if you just keep posting about the business, nobody cares. You're going to be like a commercial and they're just going to fly by your page. So try to incorporate your life as much as you can. I share about the business a lot, but I don't post like join my team or buy this amazing coffee. I don't do that. I sculpt it into my life because the business has become a part of my life, and that's what it should be for you. The business shouldn't be your whole entire life. You should find a way to mend the two together. So when you're thinking about this stuff, like, you're probably thinking, okay, great, Jermaine, you know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Well, this is how you start. So the first thing is, what has the coffee done for you? Why? Why are you drinking this coffee? Did you just try it for the first time? How did you feel the very first time? And if you just joined and you haven't tried the product, that's totally fine, you guys. Use somebody else's story. Another thing is, what are you trying to accomplish with this coffee? Maybe your kids drive you crazy. Like, I stay home with Jax. I never did that with my older kids. I always worked a corporate job. So staying home with Jax is hard, you guys. Being a stay-at-home mom, I'm like, who the hell signs up for this? Because this is crazy. But the coffee calms you down, right? Sheena posted about that today, and it was an amazing post. She talked about how the coffee helps calm her mood. So talk about stuff like that. Why did you decide to try the products? Are you looking for energy? Are you looking for weight loss? Did your friend ask you and it was cheap? Whatever it is, you guys have a story inside of you that you don't realize yet. Another thing is, why are you doing the business? For me, I want to fully retire my husband. He was in the Navy for like 21 years. And let's be real here. When you retire from the Navy, you don't actually retire. Like, you continue to work. So I want to retire him fully. That's my biggest reason why. And I talk about that. Another thing is, when my kids were younger, I have 2 older boys and I didn't get to raise them. They spent their entire childhood in a daycare because I was working. And I realized that with Jax, I don't want to do that. So I talk about things like that. How has this business, this coffee, whatever it is, how has it made a difference in your life? And sometimes a lot of us, we get caught up on, I just started and I just made like $25. Like, that's not impressive. I don't know what to talk about. But you know what you don't realize? It's not about the money, you guys. Some people don't have friends in their life and they want a community like this. Some people, they want to grow. They want to feel elevated. They just want to be a part of something, and you guys can share that with them. Did you have objections when we invited you, or when we asked you to join our coffee? What did you say? I know for me, and I talk about this all the time, when Jenia presented it to me and told me Kelly was doing amazing, I said, rock on, girlfriend. I don't want to be the Starbucks girl. I didn't want to be the girl slaying coffee. So I talk about that. And you want to know why? There are so many more people out there just like you. Did you think the coffee was going to taste like dirt? How many people have you talked to and they asked you, what does your coffee taste like? All the time, you guys. So talk about it. Talk about how I was so afraid to purchase this coffee because I thought it tasted like dirt, but this coffee is actually pretty good. It's super simple. Just share what you went through, because that's how you're going to find the people who are closely related to you. And then once you start following these things, it'll be so easy to post. So write this down. What, why, and how. That's how you're going to sculpt your post, and just go from there. Share your life, sprinkle the business in here or there, but just try to think of yourself like a reality TV show. Whether you guys like the Kardashians or not, you have to admit they have created a badass brand. And you want to know why? We are so addicted to finding out what they're doing in their life. We want to know what they're wearing. We want to know who they're dating. Some of us, we want to see them crash and burn. Share that so people will want to come back and see more. What else we have? Be real. Share your full journey and be vulnerable. When I first started, I started health and wellness way back in the day. And I thought, in order for me to sell my product, I have to tell people that I eat healthy all the time. I love broccoli, chicken, and brown rice. And you guys, for years, I told people that I liked that, and I did not. You know what I was doing behind the closet? I was eating donuts, and nobody liked me. Because you want to know why? People who like chicken, broccoli, and brown rice, it's not normal. It's not. And if you love that, kudos to you, girlfriend. You're going to find people who love that. But I did not love that. So when I started talking about that, it was like you're weird. And whenever I went somewhere, I was very cautious of what I ate because of what I was putting out there. I was telling people that I always eat healthy, like 100% of the time. And I check everything. So I was worried that people will judge me. Just be real, you guys. Like, I love donuts. I eat it all the time. I talk about it all the time. And more people like me now because more people like donuts. So be real, be vulnerable. If you're struggling with something, share it. So this is my thought. And I know people tell you don't post negativity, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. And it's true. Nobody cares. So if you're going to get online and you're going to talk about how my stupid husband forgot to put the clothes in the dryer and I'm so mad at him, that doesn't matter. Like, if you're going to share something negative, make sure you have a resolution for that. If you can say, my day started out bad, I wanted to strangle my kids, and I just felt like I hate everybody, but then I decided I should take a break, read some personal development, go for a run, and I feel so much better, that's perfect. Because you told them your problem and you told them how you solved it, and they're going to be able to do the same thing. So that is what I have for posting. If you guys have any questions or you need any help, let me know. Let us know. Post it in the group. I love sharing stories, you guys. That is your number one job in this business. You want to know what you need to do? You just got to share your story, and that's it. And once you figure out the crafting on how to do it, it's going to be so, so easy. I promise you. So now you got your post out. You got people looking. You got them following you. And now they asked you, hey, what are you doing, Kelly? Like, I saw you posted about this coffee. I want to try it. And now you're like, oh my God. I don't know how to talk to these people. Like, what do I say? How many of you guys fear that? We all do, because you want to know why? Whenever we join network marketing, for some reason, we forget we're human, right? We're like, they asked me what the product is and I don't know what to say. It's coffee, right? It's coffee. So we have some scripts for you guys in the Dynasty, in the file section that you can go through. I do recommend you follow the scripts, but I do not recommend that you copy and paste it. You have to make it match your audience. You have to make it sound like you. I use scripts, but I alter it and I change it to match the way I talk. The way I message people on the back end, when they talk to me in person, it's exactly the same. When I message people, I say OMG a lot. And in real life, I say OMG a lot. So if you do not say OMG, right? If I gave you my script to follow, like my sister, I'll use my sister for example. She is not as excited and like loud as me. So if I took her phone and I tried to message people pretending that I was her, you know what's going to happen? They're going to think she was hacked, because what is wrong with this person? Like, you have to match you. I don't like to talk about ingredients. So when people ask me questions, I'm honest. I don't know. I don't know why it works. I just know it works. Kelly loves to talk about the ingredients, and she's really into that stuff and knowing what everything can do for you and stuff like that. So if I tried to take Kelly's script and send it to my people, they'd be like, yeah, you're bonkers and I no longer want to buy from you because you're a weirdo. So make sure you're sculpting these scripts to match who you are. And if you need help on how to do that, reach out to your upline or reach out to one of us. We are always willing to help you, but I highly recommend you reach out to your upline first, because they need to know what you're struggling with, because they can help you a lot more than we can, because they are the ones who's connected to you. So reach out to them first. Another thing is, when you're talking to people, if they ask you anything about your coffee, don't send them a 15-page script, you guys, about like how your coffee is so amazing and it does XYZ and it's called dose and here's all the ingredients list and here's everything it does and according to this research and xanthohumo and all these things, because you want to know what? That's overwhelming. And if you sent that to somebody like me, I would probably block you because you're a freaking weirdo. Nobody wants that. So when you go to the store and you ask somebody something, what do they always end up do? They ask you a question. So when you start talking to people and they ask you these things, give them a small little example. So let me try to think of an example. So if they ask you, like for me, they ask me, how does your coffee taste? I tried so many things and I'm scared because everything I tried, it tastes like dirt. You know what I say? OMG. I can totally relate to that. And it's so weird because so many people say that to me. And I thought the same thing. But I decided to give it a try because it was so cheap. And you guys, like, I love this coffee. And I think you might too, but I'm not sure. The only way we know is if you try. So are you looking for more information about the coffee, or did you just want to know how it tastes? So I asked them a question, right? Now they're going to respond to me and they're going to say, well, I'm worried that it tastes like dirt, but I'm willing to give it a try because I'm trying to lose some weight. Well, now you know what's their motive. And once you can find out what somebody's problem is, you can provide a solution. If you don't know why they want to try your coffee, if they ask you, hey, I want to buy your coffee, how much does it cost? If you immediately tell them it's $40, guess what? They're not going to want it because they don't see value in your coffee. If they ask you how much it costs, you just simply say, that really depends on you and what you're trying to accomplish. What are you trying to change in your life? They'll give you the reasons why, and then you can go from there. You have to make them see the value before they buy, because even if your coffee was $5 for a 30-day supply, if they don't feel like they need it, they don't want it. How many of you guys buy things because it's your friend's selling it and it's cheap? I'm pretty sure none of us do. We don't. We buy things because our friend said it's amazing. And I feel like I have that problem too. So I can solve it with the things that she's selling me. So that's what you got to do. You got to find out what their problem is, and then you can solve it for them. Don't word vomit. We just talked about that. Don't send them 15-page scripts. The person who's talking the most in that conversation is the loser. You want to make sure that you're having them speak more. You ask them questions. And if you feel like you didn't get to the root of things, if they tell you, I want to lose weight, that's amazing, but why? Why do you want to lose weight? What are you struggling with now? The more questions you ask, the more they're going to want your product, because you are helping them understand that you can solve whatever problem it is that they have. Now, don't lie, you guys. Like, I've seen it done before, not with us, thank God, but I've seen other people where they're like, oh yeah, you can just drink this thing and you're going to lose weight and you don't have to do anything at all. Like, it's so easy. And my Aunt Sally drank it and she eats like donuts and burgers and fries and she lost like 15 pounds in 2 days. Don't lie, you guys. Like, share your real story, okay? So that's a big thing. Like, people, the reason why people hate network marketing, they don't hate network marketing. They hate network marketers because we tend to lie because we're trying to get a sale. Don't be that person. Try to be a real friend and solve real problems. Oh yeah, and this is a very, very big one. Don't ever send an unsolicited link unless they tell you they're ready to purchase. Don't just blast if they ask you like, what's this coffee that you're drinking? Don't say, hey, it's super amazing. It's Happy Coffee. Have you heard of it? Here's my link to buy. Don't do that. Talk to them. And when they're ready to buy, send them the link. Now, before you send the link, before you answer all these questions, I recommend you do the landing page. You ask them a few questions, you see what they want and tell them, hey, you have to be busy. People like busy people. So even if you're not busy, make something up. If you have to get up and walk away from your computer so you feel like you're not lying, do it. A lot of the times, this is what I say. Hey, I'm about to put Jax down for his nap time. I'd love to give you more information. I have this team landing page I can share with you. If I sent it your way, would you be open to taking a look? Right? I'm telling them I don't have time to answer all your questions, but I'm telling it to them in a nice way. I'm going to put my kid down so I can answer all your questions with this page. If they say yes, then you send them the link. Most times they're not going to tell you no, right? They're going to say, okay, send it my way. Talk to you later. Send them the link and that's it. Move on. And then you continue later on. So after that, what do you do next, right? So you sent them that link and you're like, well, I don't know what to do next. Like, how do I bring this back up? You check back in with them. You tell them, I'm going to send you this link. I'll check back in with you tomorrow. I'll check back in with you at 8 p.m., whatever it is. You choose the time. It's your business. You let them know when you're going to follow up with them. That way they're expecting you. And then you just check back in and you say, hey, just checking back in like I promised. What did you like best about what you saw? And you don't want to ask them what they think. You want to know why? Because when you ask them what they think, we all want to think bad things. But if you ask them, what did you like best? It forces them to think about all the good things that they saw. If you ask them what they like best, they can't say, well, your coffee looks like it sucks. They can't say that because you need to know what they like best. Now, we do have another video on the welcome page. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. It's called, I think it's called The 7 Ps by Megan. She went live and she told you the full circle on how you talk to people. It's very simple. We just covered the first part of it. So you're going to find the people, you're going to create curiosity, you're going to talk to them, you're going to find their need, you're going to send them the landing page, you're going to check back up with them. And if they still have questions, what do? You're still new. You don't know these answers. You pass it to your upline. You reach out to your upline and you say, hey, I have Sally over here. She's very interested in the product. I've already sent her the landing page. These are the problems she wants to solve. Can you help me close her? And that's all you have to do. You're bringing the people and you pass them away. We don't expect you to know everything right away. Like if you've been doing this for 3 years and you're still trying to pass people on, then maybe that might be a problem. But you guys are new. So utilize your upline. Make sure that you stay connected. It's our job to help you guys get your people. You bring me the people and I will close them for you. So if you don't know what that video is, let us know and we can tag you. But it's in the welcome post. It's on the announcement. It has all the little videos on that announcement, so you can find that there. And lastly, I want to talk about medical claims and income claims. We are a health and wellness company. Our product is amazing. There are a lot of you guys who were suffering from anxiety, you had depression, you didn't want to get out of bed. I personally know a bunch of them. They were taking meds. They're now drinking our coffee and they don't have to take their meds anymore. That is amazing. and we want you to share that. But we don't want you to share that publicly. You want to know why? Because it may be seen by the wrong person, and you don't want people to assume that once they start drinking your coffee, they can get off of their medicine. Because I have a son with autism, and that medicine is important to him. Like, I cannot just wake up one day and be like, drink this coffee and I'm going to throw all your meds away because we don't need it. That's not how it works, guys. Medicine is very, very, very important. And unless you're a doctor, you cannot be the one to tell people to get off of it. So be careful on how you post things. If you talk to somebody in the back end, definitely share your testimony with them, but also always put in the disclosure that you recommend they check with their doctor. It's the same with breastfeeding moms. We have a lot of breastfeeding moms. We have pregnant people taking Xanthomax, some of them drinking the chocolate. I don't ever post about that because that's not good. Like, you don't want pregnant people to start drinking your product and something happens to them. I tell them in the back end, but I always tell them, hey, we do have a lot of breastfeeding moms on our team. They are drinking the coffee and they're not having any problems, but I would have you check with your doctor to get clearance just like they all did. So make sure you're putting that disclaimer out there, because you do not want somebody to come back and sue you. You do not want our company to be shut down. And if compliance sees you posting these things about how you used to have anxiety and now you're drinking this coffee and 100% you're cured, or like if I posted that Jared has autism and I gave him the chocolate and now he doesn't take meds and all of a sudden his autism is gone, like, compliance is going to come after us, and we don't want that. So to protect you and to protect the company, please don't post things like that. Be very careful with your wording. Our products don't solve those problems. They help. So if you post about it, you can talk about how it helps that problem, not solve it, not gone completely, but it helps you. And then lastly is the income claims. I know a lot of you guys think, well, if I start posting that I'm making like $5,000 a month, people are going to want to join my team. And until I make that money, nobody's going to want to join. But you know what the honest truth is? If you tell people you're making $10,000 a month, even if you are, they're not going to want to do what you do. You want to know why? Because think about yourself. Can you imagine making $10,000 posting on Facebook? Like, does that seem real to you? Does it? Because for me, no, it doesn't. It's not real. Like, if I've never seen network marketing, I'd be like, shut the hell up. You're a weirdo. So honestly, people only want to make $500 to $1,000 a month. A lot of you guys don't know me, but when my husband retired from the Navy almost 2 years ago, we had to get on food stamps because we weren't prepared for retirement like we thought we were. And at the time, $500 saved my life, you guys. I only needed $500 to be able to pay for some of my bills so I don't have to file bankruptcy. And that's what matters to people. People need $500 to pay for daycare. People need $500 to pay for their mortgage. They need $1,000 to pay for whatever, family vacations. Talk about the little things. If you only made $25 to fill up your gas tank, post about that, because there were times in my life where I could not gas my car, you guys. I remember going to the gas station and having $1 on my credit card and using that dollar, because you know they only prepay $1, right? I remember using that dollar to fill up my tank and praying to God that my credit card doesn't go over limit before I can pay it. That's huge to a lot of people. So don't feel that you need to be making $5,000, $10,000. You need to be even making $500. Small things that you're doing like that, people want to see you grow. People want to see what it's helping you do. If you were able to take your husband out to dinner, and by dinner you went to like In-N-Out Burger, that's huge. People don't get to go out like that because we don't have the money. So share what it's doing for you. And you can make it sound pretty, but please don't lie. Like, don't say that you joined your business 30 days ago and now you're able to purchase your car in cash. We all know that's not real. Like maybe you used the money you got to pay for your down payment. Cool. Say you had a down payment, but don't say I just got my first paycheck and I just bought my brand new car, because that's kind of like implying that you bought your car in cash, right? So that's all I have for you guys. Like, people will want to be your friend if you're honest and you share your journey. I know, because I used to be the fake person that lied, and now I'm the person who tells the truth, and people like me so much more now because I'm honest. So that is it. That is all I have for you guys. Do you guys have any questions about it?
anybody have any questions about anything, not, I mean, just over, you know, anything you got. I mean, it's good that we don't, but I'm sure you guys are all going to hang up and be like, oh, damn it, I have a question now. But
I know.
that always happens to me. But end of the day, guys, like oh, hold on, Rebecca. Oh, look at, she raised her hand. Oh, okay, go ahead, girl.
Okay, so I've not tasted the coffee. I've not tried it. I just doing some research. I reached out to Courtney because I liked her posting and said, tell me about it because I want to try it. Okay, so what I'm listening to the call tonight, and it sounds like there are some resources available for sampling that are pretty easy. Is there, I mean, like, what are, I don't know anything. So I'm going, you know, is that the $40 tub of coffee? Is there a different product that we're supposed to use to sample?
So we've got a couple of different things you can choose from. So that we've got a tub of coffee, and that tub of coffee is like, that comes with a scooper, right? Like legit scooper. But we also have bags of coffee that come with 24 sticks in them. So it's literally they're like sticks. They remind me of like pixie sticks but bigger.
Okay.
And there's 24 of them in there. So that's what we were referencing, where I was saying you stick one of those in a thank you card, put a couple of stamps on it, and you should be good to go. But we also have shareables, which are from the company. They're basically pre-packaged dose samples. So it comes with both the coffee and the Xanthomax. And it's a 2-day supply. Those ones I definitely recommend charging for, just because they're an investment. But it is very convenient to I've used both, and it is very convenient to have them literally pre-packaged, ready to go. You just got to write the name on, stick a couple of stamps, or put them in an envelope, and then put some stamps on them and send them. But it's totally your preference on how you want to sample. But we've got a couple of different options. Did that answer your question?
It does, but it brings up another question.
Okay.
With the pre-packaged, basically marketing sample that the company provides, does that count towards our volume or our personal use total?
Good question. So it does, if you order it under your account, it does not. My husband has an account as a customer under me. He actually like legitimately loves the coffee and has lost like 45 pounds drinking it. It's kind of insane. So whenever I want to order like an extra bag of, you know, let's say an extra bag of the sticks for me to use for samples, I personally just go underneath his account and order there. But and so I'll be able to get the volume that way from it. It goes underneath my total organizational volume. But when you order underneath your account, it does nothing but help your personal volume, which is going to keep you active, so that you can get paid and such.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing that those sample things are more than the $40 minimum personal volume that we need each month.
Yes, shareables are definitely more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Perfect.
You guys, I don't know if you've seen it, but we just launched 6-day dose samples. That is in your back office. You can send people your link and they can order it. It's $30, I want to say, for 6 days of coffee and Xanthomax. So that's an option that you can do. It is a little bit more expensive than doing like 3 sticks for $10. So some people might give you pushback, but you have that option as well. You don't have to keep samples on hand. That's just what works for some people. Like when we first started, we didn't have that option. So we had to get creative. So that's what we do. But you have prepackaged samples you can sell with your link.
I totally forgot about those, to be completely honest with you. They just launched these guys last week. So they are brand new, and it's really convenient for those who don't want to have to deal with any going to the post office or anything like that. You literally can just go ahead and, you know, send your link and they order directly from there. So that is a great option. Rebecca, did you have any other questions?
Well, I don't want to monopolize the conversation, but there's other questions that are popping into my head.
Ask them, girlfriend. That's why we're here.
Okay, so the product, like sending them our link. I know that we have the standard replicated site, so domain dot your username.
Yes.
Are there links specifically to the product page? So like if we go to the product and to that page, to let's say the dose pack, right, the 6-day experience, we go there and we copy the link out of the browser. Is that URL going to track?
You just use your one link.
Okay.
So you have two. Well, you actually have three because we have the
Three.
link, and then you have the ones for reps, and then you have the customer link, which is the elevacity.com. That link pulls up all the products that you have. You just have to make sure you tell the person what they're looking for so they can go in and find it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we cannot direct link to the product and have it track back to us then?
When you give them your personal link, it'll track back to you, but it won't be for the one item that you're talking to them about.
Right. It takes them to the home page on the website.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't. Okay. All right. Okay. So then if I'm with another network marketing company and I do a shit ton, I don't know how else to explain it, of this toothpaste. And I have people Facebook pay me, and then I go in and I log in and I send them their toothpaste because it's easier that way for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if one, are we allowed to do something similar to that? And two, if doing that, then I would just use my husband's account as a customer.
So for that one, you can do it the same way you do your toothpaste. So you know how when you do your toothpaste, I don't know if you do it this way, but I have friends who sell the toothpaste, and this is how they do it. They buy the toothpaste in bulk and they have it at their house. And whenever somebody wants to buy it, they already have it on hand. So they charge whatever they charge, and then they pack it up themselves and they send it off. So that's what we do with the coffee as well. So we buy, like Kelly, I buy an extra bag of coffee sticks under my husband's account, and I have it sitting in my house. So when somebody wants a sample, they pay me through Zelle, Venmo, or on Facebook. However way you want them to pay you, they'll pay you, and then you send it out the same way you would do the toothpaste. So you get their address, their money, and then you send it out that way. So it's going to work similar. You're just going to buy like an extra bag of coffee to have it on hand.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I actually use the feature that we have with that other company for the toothpaste, where you can actually log in and you can send the toothpaste to them. There's a way that you can do that where it still benefits you. They still get linked as your customer, but it doesn't cost the retail because they've already paid you for it. So, but I've done it the other way too. So,
cool.
Okay. So I just need to find a place to put coffee.
There you go. And luckily it doesn't take up much space. I actually got these little boxes. They're about this. They're, I would say maybe like 12 by 7. And they sit on in these little boxes covered, so I don't need to look at them, and on an open shelf in my kitchen. So they're not bulky. I will tell you that. The sticks are very, very easy to just stick in your purse even, or I've got like a bunch of them stuck in there too. So it's the fun part, in my opinion. So
don't buy like 5 bags of coffee just to have it on hand. Like don't do that. Like don't put yourself in debt trying to grow your business. Maybe start out with like 1 bag, or like use your own product. When I started, I used my own product. Yeah. So I ran out. When I saw people were starting to buy it, I had to order more for myself. But don't stockpile like product. Like don't keep like 7 bags in your closet. We don't want you to.
No. I have 3 generations living in a little 1,500 square foot apartment right now. So I was thinking I have to find a place to put the coffee.
It's super small. It can all fit in your purse, I promise.
Yes.
So. All right. And then the other question, if it's okay, I don't want to monopolize, but this is the other question that came in to my head, was with posting on social media. When I was reading through like the agreement and everything, like there was this big push about only using stuff that's company approved, and that kind of scared me a little bit because I'm going, they keep saying it's 6 ways to Sunday, So how am I going to post my lifestyle post and not using the product name? Of course, I mean, duh, you don't ever use the product name. But I mean, nobody's getting in trouble for doing the lifestyle post without putting the claims and the product name and all that type of stuff.
No, are you asking if we're getting in trouble for that?
Right. Is anybody getting in? Okay.
No. They're very lenient about the way you post. You just don't want the medical claims where you're telling people like, I don't take meds anymore because of this coffee. Like, that's what they don't want. But anything that other than that, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
It's really just the medical claims, especially I think because we have hemp rebate and CBDs really can be life-changing for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So it's really easy it's a fine line between telling your story and making medical claims, especially when it comes to diseases or the things that CBD really helps with. So when we launched Hempelevate, that's when they really just kind of to want us to talk about and make sure our teams were aware that there is that fine line between telling your story and then obviously, making actual medical claims, right? Because obviously, Jermaine used her son who has autism as an example. And while that is her story, she's not going to share, saying, okay, well, I took him off all his meds because he's using Hempelevate or whatever, because he's drinking chocolate. So that's the only reason why we wanted to just mention it, just to bring it up. It's really nothing to worry about at all. Don't fear sharing anything on social media. If you ever are hesitant about the story that you're telling, and if you feel like, you may be on that line of uncertainty, just ask, just ask one of us and we'll be happy to tell you you're good to go. But they're crazy lenient, and we have not had any issues on the team at all, but we do just need to let people know, so that you're not blindsided, because who knows what if, so yeah. That's the reason.
And you can post a disclaimer on your post as well. If you're not sure, you can always just put something like, I am not a doctor, please check with your doctor, or whatever, just to suggest that you're not telling them to do exactly what you're doing. This is just your story that you want to share.
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I got that part.
So,
sorry, can I ask one more question that came up now?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
The Hempelevate. So is that a 0 THC product? I mean, I know not necessarily a true zero, but is it classified as a 0 THC product, so it's available in all 50 states?
It is not available in all 50 states. It has less than 0.03% THC.
Okay.
So there's what is it? Is it 12 states that we're not in? Or maybe it's less.
I think it's 9. I think it's 7 or 9 states that we're not in.
Yeah. If it's at that volume, I know it's less than 10.
Yes. So it's less than 0.03%. But we did get asked if they're ever going to have chocolate sticks. They are, from what I've heard, they are in the works of having them. The chocolate sticks are actually in the shareables right now, but when you buy a shareables, it basically comes in 11 coffee, 11 chocolate, and 11 mixed coffee and chocolate, alongside the Xanthomax in each one of those. So those are the only ones where you can actually get the chocolate sticks, but I have heard from my upline and, from the people in our team that they are in the works of actually making samples for us, or making a stick version of the Chocolate, because it's awesome. Will we have dose for Chocolate? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm hoping that they will eventually have dose for Chocolate. I just think that right now we are, honestly, guys, to be straight up with you guys, like we are growing at a rapid pace. So I think this month we were going to do like $10 million in sales. We're projected, like just for this month, you guys, $10 million in sales, which is kind of crazy. So the company is in the works to try and help us smooth out all the issues that we've got going. They definitely hear us. They definitely try and let us know as much as we possibly, that they can possibly give to us. But we have heard that Chocolate is in the works for the sticks. And hopefully that means that they'll also offer a type of dose with that as well. So, but as soon as we know something, you guys are always the first one to know. Like we share as fast as we possibly can. So,
but for now, you guys can just order them separately. I have customers who order dose, but it's not in that combined package. They order a chocolate and then they order the Xanthomax. It costs the same amount. Like there's no actual difference. It's just 2 items instead of the 1. So you can do that in the meantime until we get it all packaged together.
Yeah, totally. Did anybody else have any questions? This was good. I love questions. Questions are fun. I feel like it's always good to have people ask questions because let's be honest, most likely somebody else on this call was thinking the same thing. So we love questions, but all right. Well, guys, thank you guys all for hopping on. You guys are the real MVPs for being on this call. It's 10 o'clock here. So I appreciate your time. And I cannot wait to get to know everybody better, work with you guys a little closer. But we will see you guys all next week. Tuesday is our team call. So that's going to be a lot bigger than this right now. But that's all we got for you guys. So thank you all so much. And we'll talk to you all later. Be sure you go poke around the group, get all that information, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.